Hi everyone, my name is Duygu. I'm a travel blogger from Turkey, and in this episode of our İzmir videos, we're gonna show you a 2-day plan in İzmir. With that said, 2 days is never enough for such a great city. You should definitely spare more time for it. But we did figure out a way to squeeze in 2 major destinations into a weekend plan for those who don't have that much time. So we're gonna start in Selçuk, which is the hometown of Ephesus, and then move on to Çeşme, which is the hometown of the very famous town of Alaçatı. The first stop of the day is the ancient city of Ephesus. As you can see, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and we'll see a lot of tourists inside because this place is very important. It is the main reason why people are coming to Selçuk. Ephesus was a metropolis of its time, and that's why its amphitheater is so big. I would recommend you visit this place with a guide because there's so many interesting details that you would be able to understand better if someone explained it to you. If you're not getting a guide, you can always find audio guides at the gate. Our next stop is the House of Virgin Mary. She is thought to have lived her last days in this stone house behind me. So this is a very sacred site for Christians. You can visit the house, you can go inside, and there's a place where you can make wishes. And this place is still used for ceremonial purposes. It's lunchtime and we're going to get the classic from here, which is çöp şiş. This is what it looks like. As you can see, it's meat on skewers, and I ordered some ayran to go with it, which is this yogurt drink, and some salad. Before we head to Çeşme, we have one final stop. It is this beautiful town called Şirince. It used to be an old Greek settlement. Now it's completely renovated, and it's one of the most photogenic places you'll find in İzmir. Şirince is very famous for its fruit wines. There are a bunch of cellars where you can get some. It's time to charge up with some coffee. If you've never seen Turkish coffee prepared before, this is a traditional coffee pot. So in the houses we put it on the stove, but in Şirince they do it differently. They bake it on hot sand. As it travels in the sand like this, it receives heat from all directions, so it tastes different. Alright, we made it to our hotel in Alaçatı. There are many stone houses which are converted into boutique hotels, and I love this experience. It feels very special. It's something unique to Alaçatı. That's what we do every time we come here. Let's check out the room. Back in the days, Alaçatı used to be a Greek settlement, so I really like the places which still hint that history with its decoration, with its architecture. But if you like more modern stuff, there are also some hotels styled that way. I'm so glad we could make it here on time to see the view, and that would be one of my recommendations for you guys as well. Don't wait till it's dark to come to dinner. Spare some time to enjoy the view. And for tonight, I scheduled a fish dinner. We're going to start with some meze, continue with fish, and maybe I will convince him to go out. after a certain hour because this is also a residential area. But there are some other places outside Alaçatı where the music goes on until early morning hours. But for those ones, you need a ride. Good morning! As you can see, Alaçatı breakfasts are quite a feast. And there's one thing that I really want you to try. It's this one over here. It's called lor reçel, which means some cheese with some jam. And I know that sounds a little weird together, but actually they make a great couple. So if you're not a morning person, this breakfast will make you one. A lazy day on the beach, so we're actually headed to a beach club, but I wanted to make a quick stop to show you something. You hear how much wind there is, and check out how flat the sea is. You know, that combination is quite unique, and that's something that makes Alaçatı one of the best places in the world for windsurfing. Not today for us, but maybe next time. To a beach club. I'm gonna get a dip, but before then I'm gonna grab a bite. There are plenty of beach clubs around Çeşme. They all have a different character. You know, the music is different, the crowd is different, the ambience is different. So I recommend that you ask your host for the one that fits you the best. In Alaçatı, we're gonna get dinner, but before then I want to show you the texture of this town a little and maybe do a little shopping. There are many shops in Alaçatı, and I really like to spare some budget for shopping. Here you'll find pretty much everything, but my favorite ones are the ones where you'll find local designers and some nice artwork. It is very important to spare one dinner, and I wouldn't say lunch, but especially dinner, to eat in the streets of Alaçatı, because that's really the best way to feel this town, and that's the plan for tonight. So one thing to consider when you're making your Alaçatı plans is that most restaurants do not serve lunch. They're mostly closed because everyone's at the sea anyways. So you should aim for dinner.